It is apparently not enough that the Qunari define my political life. They must also infect what I hold personal. It is my son, Seamus. The life you saved, he would now squander by converting to the Qun. He has left for the Qunari compound. Please, Sarah Hawke, convince Seamus to come home.
The Arishok says nothing good about Kirwall, yet he accepts conversions?
I cannot understand him. Maker knows I've tried, but he landed with, what, a few hundred men? Add up the deaths and defections, and the Arishok must need to bolster his ranks. I'm sure my son is quite the symbolic prize.
Did anyone else see him leaving for the compound?
He made no secret of it. I'm sure he intended it as another of his statements about closer relations. Your example inspired him. I might agree, but now is not the time. These matters are delicate.
He's politically dangerous, you mean?
The office must remain strong, Sarah Hawke.
He is of age. The decision seems rightly his.
I want to let him find his way, but in my position, he's taken a great deal of inspiration from you. I want to allow his idealism, but not blindly. At best, my opponents will claim that my office is now in Qunari hands. At worst, I lose my son.
You know this will only end in trouble.
Fitting. That's where it started. My son is not foolish. He will listen to reason, and you are in the best position to offer that opportunity. Please, do what you can.
You go ahead. I have something I should do.
No time for distractions, Isabella. I have business here.
Well, you can go right ahead.
Sarah Hawke.
I'm here about the Viscount's son.
Are you? In 4 years, I have made no threat, and fanatics have lined up to hate us simply because we exist. But despite lies and fear, Bars still beg me to let them come to the Qun. They hunger for purpose. The son has made a choice. You will not deny him that.
Converting the Viscount's son? His opposition will have a field day.
And?
The enemy of your enemy should be your friend?
I don't fear the whole of them together. And it is not my role to reject the free choice of Vidithari. The son responded to his own demand of the Qun. He is neither my slave nor my prisoner. He is not even here. He went to his father. Ask the Viscount why he would send you and a letter both.
That probably could have been mentioned earlier.
They are meeting at the chantry. A last pointless appeal, I assume.
I doubt he'd involve the chantry in such a personal matter.
No, but we know who would. Mother Patrice.
A suspect in many things. If she has threatened someone under my command again, there is only one response.
I've had about enough of Patrice. Several times over.
A threat against Vidithari can have only one answer. I will suffer only one outcome. I will be watching, Hawke. The demand of the Qun is clear.
Sarah Hawke, look at what you have done. To pounce upon the Viscount's son, a repentant convert in the chantry itself, a crime with no excuse. Your Qunari masters will finally answer.
Are you mad? Your plans have fallen to outright murder?
The faithful know this has been building for a long time. Where Vonel incited, I reminded, in sermon and prayer. When people learn of this attack, they will rise. Not zealots or the unknowing, but the true majority.
Great plan. Until people start dying in a war with the Kunari.
To die untested would be the real crime. People need the opportunity to defend faith, starting with you. Earn your reward in this life and next. These heretics must die! Do you see, Your Grace? Traitors attacking the very core of the chantry. They defile with every step.
There is death in every corner, young mother. It is as you predicted. All too well.
She's on to you, Patrice. Quick, lie harder.
Don't you spout your Kunari filth. This is a hand of the divine.
I have ears, Mother Patrice. The Maker would have me use them.
Viscount Dumas' son is dead. Killed here in your name.
I'm sure my name won't like that. Patrice?
Seamus Dumas was a Kunari convert. He came here to repent and was murdered.
You killed him so no one would follow his free choice. Right or wrong.
It could not be allowed. How many would be tempted?
As many as would want to go, I suppose.
They deny the Maker.
And you diminish him, even as you claim his side. Andraste did not volunteer for the flame. Sirrah Hawke, you act on behalf of the Viscount? The young mother has erred in her judgment. A court will decide her fate. The Chantry respects the law, and so must she.
Grand Cleric? Grand Cleric?
We protect those of the Qun. We do not abandon our own.
Please, send for Viscount Dumas.
My son. Murdered in the heart of the Chantry by those who held a sacred trust. What hope for this city when we fail our own so completely?
The Arishok is still here, Excellency. You must be ready to stand up to him.
I cannot. I have already failed where it mattered most. Please. Hawke. Leave me.
And then Hawke tore the door clean off its hinges, walked into the room, and... I guess we'll finish this later.
Have you got a minute, Varric?
For you, I have all the time in the world. Actually, I've been meaning to talk to you. People say you and that elf, you know, the angsty Tevinter one, are becoming quite the item. So, what's going on, Hawke?
Well, well, well. I never thought you were the type, Varric. I'm flattered.
It's the chest hair, isn't it? Women can never resist my chest hair. Unfortunately, it's not to be. I'm spoken for.
Bianca stands in my way again, does she?
What can I say? She's the jealous type. Listen, as your friend, I feel like I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't say something. You do know the elf is covered in spikes, like an angsty porcupine. He might have some issues.
In all the time you've known me, have I ever given you the impression that I was turned off by crazy?
Okay, point taken. You have got to hear this, Hawk. There's this tale making the rounds. They're saying you single-handedly fought off a pirate invasion at midnight on the sacred ground of the Chantry.
Don't the stories mention my stunning good looks? What about my cunning wit?
Nope. They skip straight to the part about the lovable dwarf with the gorgeous crossbow and the heart of gold. I try to steer them straight, but you know how stories go. Just don't be surprised if people seem in awe.
What compels you to spin these ridiculous tales?
I love the sound of my own voice, and I'm a compulsive liar. Honestly, I don't know. It's just something I do. There's power in stories, though. That's all history is. The best tales, the ones that last. Might as well be mine.
I find it hard to believe you're spreading these stories without getting something in return.
Well, that just shows what you know, Hawk. The stories are their own reward. You really need to see the look on someone's face when I tell them you ripped the arms off an ogre. Just once.
Wouldn't it make more sense for you to be the main character in these tall tales of yours?
There's a recipe to a good hero, Hawk. It's like alchemy. 1 part down to earth, 1 part selfless nobility, 2 parts crazy, and you season liberally with wild falsehoods. You let that percolate through a good audience for a while, and when it's done, you've got your hero.
I guess all works. A little reverence wouldn't hurt, though.
You're beautiful, deadly, and hang out with fantastic dwarves. It would be a crime if people didn't talk about you. Anyway, I'll quit exaggerating before it goes to your head.
This is important. Don't interrupt with your selfish prattle.
Get off your high horse. I have problems too.
What drink should I order, and who's the father?
Oh, you little...
Are there any good seats left?
Hawk. The Arashok is sheltering 2 fugitives who have converted to the Qun. He must be convinced to release them. He's already feared because of Patrice. If people start to think he can ignore the law, I need your help so this doesn't get out of hand.
I'm going to die. There. Got your attention? Real problem.
I heard Arashok and die. What's this about?
Remember the relic? The one Castillon is going to kill me over? A man called Wall-Eyed Sam has it. If you help me get it, Castillon won't kill me. Please.
I'm trying to keep the entire city from rioting against the Canary.
Well, maybe it's connected.
What?
I'm just saying maybe it will help. It's important to someone, right?
Now you start being responsible? Shit.
This seems like an issue for you and your guards. Quite a few of them.
Sending a full patrol would just increase tension. But you're right. I am the captain. It's my responsibility. But I suspect the Viscount was hoping I would bring this to you.
Then he should have come himself.
Perhaps. But it's understandable that he's not at his best. I'd like to help him if I can.
Why has this come up so suddenly, Isabella?
Sam's been talking to black market dealers all over Lowtown. It didn't take me long to get wind of it. What frustrates me is that he's held onto the relic so long.
Who is involved in this exchange?
Tevinter mages. I doubt they'll look kindly on us interrupting. Bring a sword. Or 12.
Isn't it odd that someone would run to the Canary?
They're elves accused of murder. Maybe they feel they've nothing to lose by fleeing the alienage.
And if their conversion is genuine?
I don't know. But how many more will try if I allow this? Justice must be respected.
The relic issue has to be resolved before we take on the Canary.
You trust her this much?
Probably not. I wouldn't.
They won't wait at the compound forever, Hawk. I really do hope this helps, because if it doesn't...
You think I like having this thing on my mind? Come on. The exchange is happening tonight in a low-town foundry.
Are you sure about this? The champion was asked to go to the Canary.
I suppose you think she planned the entire thing.
Considering what it led to.
Come on, Seeker. I'm not going to sell Hawk short, but nobody could have foreseen the way that would go down. Or do you still think I'm lying to protect my friend?
There are elements of your story that make sense. And you couldn't have known about them otherwise.
Well, that's a relief.
But that doesn't mean you're telling me everything.
I want this story to be told. You're not the first to get it all wrong. I think I owe Hawk that much.
If the Arashok asks why we killed his men, we'll say it was an accident.
Yes. About that. The relic belongs to the Canary, and there's a small chance they want it back.
Do the Canary look like the sharing type to you? Of course they want it back.
I've always known what the relic is. I just didn't want to worry you.
You're the picture of kindness, Raveni.
The relic is a Canary text handwritten by that philosopher of theirs. Kuzlan, whatever his name is.
Koslin?
That's the one.
The founder of their religion, the most revered being in their history? That text would be sacred beyond measure.
I stole it from them. They followed me here to reclaim it, and it's why they're still in Kirkwall. They can't leave the Free Marches without it.
I thought you and the Canary were caught in a storm.
The storm was only half of it. I also had the Canary dreadnought stuck to my behind like a bad rash, spitting fire and thunder at me.
Maybe giving it back would solve Aveline's problem.
That mess is over a couple of elves. I need it to save my own skin.
Why would anyone besides the Canary want this relic?
The Tevinter Imperium have been at war with the Canary for centuries. If the Tevinters get the relic, it will strike a blow to Canary morale. That's probably what the mages want.
Sounds like the Canary take their reading very seriously.
Is there anything the Canary don't take seriously? Look, the book's right in this building, and I'm not letting it slip away again. It's the only thing that'll get Castillon off my back. Please, tell me you'll give the relic to me.
It's yours. Your life depends on it.
Really? I wasn't expecting that. It's nice to have someone on my side for once. Come on, we've no time to waste.
Where is the relic?
I have it.
The Tome of Koslan will not fall into Tevinter hands.
Blood and spite!
A toss, Canary!
He's getting away!
Isabella!
Once a thief, always a thief.
Come on. Aveline will be waiting at the Canary compound. We still have to deal with that mess.
I'd wrap up any other business before we go. It's already a mess, and could get worse.
Let's go.
I request an audience with the Arashok.
He will allow it, but not in this number.
I will only bring my friend here and a small complement of my guard. Is that few enough?
It is. Enter.
Shanadon.
Greetings, Arashok. We come regarding the elven fugitives that took refuge here.
Irrelevant. I would speak to Hawk about the relic stolen from my grasp.
Your relic could be anywhere.
A truth, but you minimize your role.
An issue for another time. We're here for the fugitives.
The elves are now Vidithari. They have chosen to submit to the Qun. They will be protected.
Have they truly converted? Or are they simply using you as a shield?
They have chosen, and so have I. You have not hidden the abuses of your zealots or the corruption of this city. You will understand why I must do this. Let us look at your dangerous criminals. Speak, Videthari. Who did you murder, and why?
A city guard forced himself on our sister. We reported him, or tried to, but they did nothing about it, no matter what we said. So my brothers and I paid him a visit.
That doesn't excuse murder.
Are these elves telling the truth?
There have been rumors. I will investigate, but they still took the law into their own hands.
Sometimes that is necessary.
Like you avenged the Viscount's son. It was not right then, and it's not right now.
I would have done the same thing in their shoes.
Hawk, that's not helping.
Their actions are mere symptoms. Your society is the disease. They have chosen. The Videthari will submit to the Qun and find a path your way has denied them.
You can't just decide that. You must hand them over.
Tell me, Hawk, what would you do in my place?
You clearly don't like staying amongst humans.
I cannot leave without the relic, and I cannot stay and remain blind to this dysfunction. There is only one solution.
Arishok, there is no need for...
Vinek Kathas.
Not here! Too open!